Hello and welcome to Ultimate Software's Knowledge Boost. I'm Keith Webb, SaaS technologist for Ultimate, and host of today's topic, Designing for the Workforce of Tomorrow. We know the workforce is changing rapidly, fueled in part by innovative new technologies, the onslaught of social media, and of course, the rapid increase in millennials, who now make up the largest generation at work. All three are driving changes in organizations of every kind. But perhaps the strongest influencer of late has been the adoption and consumerization of newer technologies like smartphones and tablets. Consider this. Some of you may have had one of these. It's a Princess Slimline telephone manufactured by AT&T way back in the mid-70s. And it actually sat on my parents' dresser for more than 20 years. We never thought about upgrades every 2 years, data plans, or adding new features to it. It's just a phone. And it met our expectations for more than 2 decades. And it still works just exactly the way it was designed more than 40 years ago. Fast forward to today's smartphones, where the actual phone feature is perhaps the least often used of all. Modern technologies incorporate alarm clocks and GPS locators, phone books and video games, cameras and photo albums, movie players and calendars. You get the picture. The reality with telephones and other burgeoning technologies that millennials grew up with is that nearly everyone has now adopted them, and that just about everyone in our workforce is more connected, more informed, and more accessible than ever before. And that's why Ultimate Software teamed up with Kelton Research and the Center for Generational Kinetics to find out what some of the biggest differences are between generations, and what are some of the newer expectations shared across all generations. First, a look at the generational breakdown. For the purpose of our study, we categorized our generations as shown, with millennials incorporating respondents born between 1977 and 1995. Our study covers more than 1,000 respondents across all generations, but it's limited to those who currently have a job or are actively seeking to find one. So why did we commission this survey? Well, first of all, Ultimate believes in delivering technology that reflects how people work both now and into the future. As we've noted, millennials are a big part of the shifts in business technology occurring now, which really began with consumer-driven technologies, especially smartphones and tablets. So we commissioned this survey because we know that the expectations of people at work are changing, and we wanted to be able to accurately measure and validate that evolution. So what did we find? Well, the results of the survey revealed that there are indeed some differences between millennials and their predecessors. For example, did you know that nearly 1 in 3 millennials think it's acceptable to text during a job interview? Just a second. Also, nearly half of millennials want feedback every week, over twice the percentage of other generations. In a world where the annual performance review still dominates, surely this will make you stop and think. We also discovered that 43% of millennials think they should be able to apply for a job on a tablet and 39% on a smartphone. While we did discover some pretty significant differences between the generations, knowing that the adoption of consumer technologies has affected all generations, we found some significant shared expectations within the entire workforce, regardless of age. To start with, the survey found that everyone's expectation of HR technology is that it should be fast. Slow anything is a red flag to prospective employees and a real nuisance to current ones. And not only that, it must be efficient. Duplicate data entry is strictly old school. And though millennials find ongoing feedback more important than others, we find that everybody wants clear and accessible visibility into their own career paths. The amount of time spent job searching and applying also plays a significant role. Almost 40% of applicants won't spend more than 1 minute reviewing a job application. In fact, when it comes to the actual applying phase, more than half of job seekers today rate speed of the application process as the most important factor, even more than the job being a perfect fit. And when it comes to applying for a job, 1/3 of job seekers will quit an application if they have to fill out the same piece of information more than once. And finally, nearly 3 out of 4 candidates, 72%, want to know about a plan for potential career path and development within that position before they're even hired. And more than twice as many millennials than non-millennials want to know about the potential career path of that position before they even apply for the job. We also found that after being hired, 73% of all employees want to know why they were hired over other candidates. It's clear that a new workplace reality is taking hold. This new reality is increasingly driven by millennials, generational differences in the workplace, and emerging technology trends that cut across all industries. Today, the most successful companies are reimagining the entire employee lifecycle and implementing fast, efficient systems that are accessible anytime, anywhere, and with any device. UltiPro meets the new expectations of the workforce. Our recruiting tool allows candidates to apply for a job within seconds from their computer, tablet, or smartphone using their existing LinkedIn profile. It eliminates redundant application data entry, making the candidate's first interaction with your organization easy and welcoming. And if they find an opportunity that looks great for one of their peers, of course they're able to tweet that job opening out to their own network with a single click as well. And remembering that 72% of candidates want to know about a plan for potential career paths and development within that position before even being hired, we've added powerful new features to UltiPro that give visibility into why they were hired, as well as where they are developmentally right now, and perhaps more importantly, what they can achieve next. Our embedded career development and succession planning features give immediate visibility to employees and hiring managers alike. UltiPro delivers key employment information wherever you are and whatever device you choose, whether it's a smartphone, a tablet, or a traditional PC. We know that people want tools and technology that help them do their jobs better. As millennials have an increasingly larger impact on corporate environments, technology will be the #1 tool that divides or bridges generations. This research proves that it is vital for companies to understand and adapt to these new employee expectations now in order to remain competitive. We hope this information helps you become better at attracting, motivating, and keeping the workforce that you want for your organization. For more information and content, please visit our Generational Study landing page. For Ultimate Software, I'm Keith Webb, and this has been Designing for the Workforce of Tomorrow.